Okay, first off, we got a film poster of Katie's daughter Medicine music video. I like the way that she's had a load of different reviews from different magazines, and they're all very like sort of the same sort of genre, like Enemy, Mojo, Kerrang, to the sort of music style which is sort of like alternative rock, I would say. She's also added the Spotify, the iTunes app as well, which is really good because that's how everyone buys music these days. The only criticism I would say is that there's maybe too many colours going on, and we actually haven't got a clear. We're not drawn to one clear thing. Even the bottles are a bit dark, and also just that's it.
I agree with Johnny with the colours. I think we should be more drawn into the bottles, because then I think as it all links in with digipak and the other poster, and then I think there should be a different font used so it like draws the audience more in.
Yeah, I agree with Gian as well about the font, and it needs to be a bit bolder to stand out to the audience. And Johnny said the right thing as well about the colours. There needs to be more attention on the bottles rather than the whole thing.
Maybe you could like change the colour, because like it's blending in with the water. So like the medicine is you can just about make out what it says.
It's very hard basically to see it. So.
Or have like a complete different photo in the background, maybe like a bottle being shadowed or something. Just try something new, maybe do some different drafts.
Or stick to like one colour. Like this purple, I think the purple would work well with the green.
I like the way the bottles are basically in order and everything. I like that bit. I just think the colours on the background make it like more difficult to know what's going on.
But I was really like the
and the out now, I think should stand out more.
Yeah. And the drop shadow, like Johnny said, is a bit too much.
But then like she's like, included social networks really good as well.
It looks really realistic.
Yeah.
But
usually
it has a look professional, but
yeah.
To change some of the colours.
Moving on to the film poster, again she's done the stars, which I really like. But no, I feel like that you're just the reviews are trying to just hit you too much in the face. Does that make sense? Metaphorically speaking. Sort of, it's just too out there, too big. We want it like, of course we like to see that they have reviews and it's known as like being good, but not so much that it distracts us from actually the main composition of the bottle being in the middle. But the photo was taken really well with a really good aperture lens. I would say there's a bit of issues with editing because I can see a bit of another thing here. Other than that, it's really good about it.
I've noticed that you've used daughter and then medicine on the bottle. I like that. Maybe you could do that to the other poster. I think, yeah. The font stands out more on this poster than on the other one, which is good. But then I still think there should be there's a better font out there you could use.
Just be plain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this looks really good as well, and I just think that the colour of the bottle should maybe be a bit brighter because the background is dark as well and it's a bit too dark. But other than that, I think it's really good, and the way you've included the writing at the bottom, that makes it look realistic as well.
I've got another point to say, just so like I can see that the website here is different font compared to this font. I think the font should be exactly the sort of same. So it should be reoccurring. It's just one. It's also like an alternative, not two different film posters. But also about Marina saying, I sort of like it being dark because I think the whole point of the music video is sort of to be dark about the medicine and the alcohol and stuff like that.
I just think it's a bit too dark, so it should stand out a bit more. The bottle should stand out a bit more because it is like a convention of the music video.
Yeah,
then I think if the bottle's fine, maybe put the background in black and white, and then
that will make it even darker.
Or a bit lighter.
But then basically make either the background or the bottle a bit lighter.
Yeah. And make it look more like spacious, because I know we don't like having too much space, but I think for this sort of music, this sort of genre, maybe just a bit more space on the music video to give it some like sort of empty feeling, just like the music video where it's all about the medicine and all that sort of stuff.
You should also make the available nitrogens bigger.
Maybe the stars should be a bit smaller though.
Yeah, as you said. And just make sure you crop properly, because the iTunes TV, you can see a bit of a white thing from the copy and paste. That's really good. The photo's taken really well as well, like the aperture lens. For the digipak, I actually like the photo quite a lot, and I like the way the medicine's now in the bowl. I don't know if people like it because right now this poster is outside and here is inside. But I like the way the girl's drinking sort of the paper of the medicine. I really like that. I just think again the font is a bit too safe and a bit plain and a bit boring compared to the photo. And because the photos are really good quality, I just think that's really good. But I like the plain look to it.
Yeah, again with the font. I don't know if I like the font in the top. I think maybe around here. What do you think?
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
It's just
you
like
could
space.
try moving the font around and see which one suits you,
Yeah.
suits it better. And maybe if you don't move the medicine part at the bottom, maybe try and make it the same length as the daughter, just to see what it looks like. And yeah, other than that, I think the picture's really good.
But then again, you've used medicine on the title and in the bottle. You just have it once. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, sure.
Yeah.
Because here you've done it as well, you do daughter and medicine. If you're going to use that sort of thing where the medicine's going to be in
Just
the
go
photo,
along with
just go along with it. Don't do two sort of sides. But the photo's taken really well as well. Personal preference, I love this photo. I think this page is actually really well done. The one thing I would say is it was not even on the font text. I think it's just the drop shadow. The drop shadow is too far from the font. So actually it's not helping the font to stand out, it's more just creating a shadow, like a big cast shadow underneath it. If you just pick that closer to the text, that should make that stand out. I think this page will be really effective.
Or make the text bold, so it's more
Yeah, but I mean,
clearer, yeah.
but then the shadows will definitely have to go
Yeah.
more, because you can see, if it looks
Yeah.
like sort of mud or something's going on there. But I think it's just push that up and then,
I think that's a really good page.
yeah.
I think you should move it down, because I like the branch.
Maybe
Yeah,
make
that's a
it,
good
yeah,
shot, I like
maybe even make it a bit basically like smaller and then move it down so the whole picture stands out a bit
Yeah.
more, because it's a really good picture.
And it's this sort of theme seems a bit mysterious. So if you have it a little bit smaller, it sort of adds to the mysterious look, but it's too small, you have to really get into it to read it. But the photo again was taken really well on the aperture lens. And again, you've used the medicine, so if you're going to keep doing it, maybe go with it.
Or maybe even put the writing on the bit where it's black, so that might be more effective.
Yeah, that's really good though. For the CD, the actual CD itself, you put again the daughter medicine. I would say again, I don't like the font. I think the font is just a bit too plain. It's just, it doesn't work for me. Like the music video is so good compared to the font. I think the font lacks what the music video really holds, to that extent, the meaning of it. I like the nature sort of feel to and the rocky thing to the CD. I actually really like that. I just think that should be changed. Maybe also add a bit more classic. Because of course your whole thing's a bit more classic. You're going for this sort of Times New Roman sort of look text. If you're going to go with it, do the whole thing again. That's what I would say.
I think you should have like the bottle in it again, because like that seems to be consistent in everything else, but then it's not as clear.
Yeah.
And the daughter medicine, I think it should be together, not just daughter at the top and medicine at the bottom. I think, and then again with the font, it would look better. I think.
Maybe make the disc part kind of stand out a bit more to the background.
Or you can make it black and white,
Yeah.
and then have the bottle green.
No, I would say not add a bowl. I'd say just add the background itself.
If like Juliana said, if you do have it black and white and just have the bottle like on there,
You like
stands
pick
out a lot.
out some
So.
bits.
Yeah, but the whole point I think the CD is to stand out from everything else. If you're going to keep doing the bottle, it might be a bit too much. You might overdo it because again, she has it on the next page.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
so I think maybe just plain.
broken bottle on there is like, say, it's kind of like a thing where it says just everything's like done and finished. So.
Or she just takes a photo of a broken bottle and all the shards around it.
Yeah,
That
you
would
could
be
do
good.
that. That would look even better.
Don't just have two different random bottles because this just gets big. I think just maybe one
'Cause you
shadow,
had-
one or none.
Yeah,
None of that's really good. I like the nature feel to it.
This is the back.
Do you want to go first this one? Still got a thing.
I like this as well. I just think there needs some. I'm not 100% sure about the bottom bit, and there needs to be a bit more to it because it's really not simple, but it just doesn't look very professional at the moment.
I can see she's going for that sort of classic look.
Yeah, she's
Bit.
going for the classic look. It
It
just,
just
needs
doesn't
to be,
work, yeah.
it needs to look more professional because it doesn't look like your other classic digipak
No,
parts.
I know what she means. It's hard to explain, but like
yeah.
you want to go for the simple look, but then it just doesn't work. That black thing sort of takes our attention off the photo
Yeah,
again.
maybe take the black bit off and try and just leave the top bit and then put that in white. Maybe I don't know how that will work.
I was looking at like seeing like where did the black come in.
Yeah, because the black doesn't come in from any other parts of your digipak or your poster.
But I like the way that this sort of, see this bit, it actually looks real, because it's all the copyright, it's all the
Yeah.
font. But then again, it's the Times New Roman, so if you're going to use the Times New Roman, maybe for each one it should be included Times New Roman. So the second page should be the same font and stuff like that.
Yeah,
My
basically keep the same font throughout your digipak.
Or maybe what could work here is just making it smaller. Maybe just a bit smaller.
True.
And then
And
also
then
the
have
photo
that.
here, you can see it's a bit, yeah. But you can see here the photo as well is a bit stretched, because this photo looks really big compared to the rest. And I don't know, it's just...
Maybe make the picture bigger.
So yeah, like Johnny said, just make the writing a bit smaller and then, so basically there's less of a black bit at the bottom and then have the picture wide length.
You need to do something about the barcode because it's white. Like you've got the white box around it. I don't like that.
You can make or you can just invert it so the black is actually the white and the white is the black.
Yeah.
That's an inverted simple thing on Photoshop. But then I don't know, have you got a parental? Is there a need for a parental thing? Like what age restrictions is the thingy? Because some of them say parental guardian. I don't know if you might want to double check that in case it's so explicit.
I don't think you should have the websites above each other. I think it should be like
Next to each other.
next to each other, all in a row. Maybe on the side or something.
Yeah, it looks good that bit. But it should maybe all top here.
Yeah, just
Or below it.
somewhere
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
Maybe have one and then like a dot in the middle at the top.
Yeah, yeah.
And then have another one.
But just thinking about it overall,
Overall, I think it's very
It's just the
successful.
fonts.
It's just the fonts that make it look a bit more unprofessional. Other than that, it's really good.
Yeah.
And obviously on the first poster, just change the colour of the background and that'll be perfect.
you could have it so like as it's sort of like a real sort of theme where the girl's there drinking the bottle's not left, it's on, the bottle smashed, and maybe the bottle smashed when the girl's walking away, and it's only her back, and she's walking away from the bottle.
So she's basically leaving it now.
Because it seems like a sort of story with the pictures in the end. It's just like, so wait, this bottle smashed by the back, sort of thing. I mean, it's just and also the true fans will notice stuff like that.